health insurance through the state's marketplace. Illinois residents now have until January 31st to sign up for coverage beginning February 1st after previous deadlines in December. Illinois Supreme Court Justice Mary Jane Tice has announced her retirement effective January 29th. Tice has served on the High Court since 2010, including a term as Chief Justice. First District Appellate Justice Sanjay Taylor has been appointed to fill her seat through 2028. Illinois casinos reported $169.1 million in adjusted gross revenue last month, up 7.6% from a year ago. Rivers Casino in Des Plaines led the state, while Wind Creek Chicago Southland also saw strong growth. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
My name is Whitney Allen. I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Progressive Insurance presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. NBA, the Bulls losing in Houston to the Rockets Tuesday night, 119-113. Chicago got 34 points from Trae Young. He had 7 assists. Jalen Smith, 14 points to go along with 9 rebounds. Chicago has now lost 4 of their last 5. Tonight they return home to face the Utah Jazz. The Blackhawks hosting the Calgary Flames on Thursday night, continuing their 4-game homestand. Chicago coming off a loss to the Edmonton Oilers on Monday, playing that game without Connor Bedard, who is out with an illness. Calgary, they've lost 4 of their last 5. NFL playoffs continuing for the Bears. On Sunday, they'll host the Los Angeles Rams at Soldier Field. The Bears are coming off a victory against Green Bay in the wild card round, where they put up 25 points in the fourth quarter. They'll face a Rams team that's putting up over 30 points per game. The sports update brought to you by Progressive. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chris Campbell on WRMN, the talk of the town.
Your holiday decor is down and suddenly your house looks very January. Kohl's can help you bring the spark back. No twinkle lights needed. Save on bedding that feels like a snow day. Decor that'll boost the mood. And Shark vacuums because, yes, you're still finding pine needles. Get an extra 15% off some of your faves store-wide. And beat those winter blahs at Kohl's. Select styles. Offer ends January 25th. Some exclusions apply. Coupons do not apply to Shark. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
This year, it was important for my business to start strong.
Starting week is not recommended.
But first, I needed a lot of stuff for the office.
Sounds like a shopping spree.
I just went to Staples. They have great prices on everything, like ink, toner, printers, paper, and chairs. And now you can get up to 30% off select HP printers.
Up to 30% off HP printers? Am I on a hidden camera show?
No.
Well then, let's go Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or on the app.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Progressive. Today, snow showers and patchy blowing snow before 2 p.m. with mostly cloudy skies. High near 29 with temperatures falling to around 20 in the afternoon. Windy with gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 12. Currently, it is 26 degrees with moderate snowfall. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When your car needs trusted care, think All Around Auto Body in Schaumburg. Family owned for over 30 years, they deliver high-quality collision repair and dependable service from start to finish. Call 847-352-3825. They're located at 501 Morse Avenue in Unit D. Get your vehicle back in shape with the experts who care. All Around Auto Body, where your car is treated like family. Call 847-352-3825 today. Proud sponsors of America's First Responders Fest.
When your car's feeling sluggish, don't stress. Just bring it down to Britain's Express Oil and Lube on Larkin Avenue in Elgin. For a fast, friendly 10-minute oil change and a full 18-point inspection, they've got you covered. Whether it's engine service, fluids, filters, or headlight check, they do it right, and they do it fast. Family run, quality service, right in your neighborhood. Swing by today and keep your ride running smooth. Britain's Express Oil and Lube, your car's health partner in Elgin, a proud sponsor of America's First.
In the middle of the night, everything will be all right if you listen to Coast right here on WRMN, 7 days a week from midnight to 5 a.m. Each night on Coast to Coast, listeners are captivated by George Noory with discussions on news and current events, conspiracy theories, UFOs, life after death, and all things curious and unexplained. Coast to Coast, every night, midnight to 5 a.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Everyone needs to take care of their mental health, even running back Bijan Robinson.
When I'm on the field and feeling the pressure, I usually just take a deep breath. When I'm just breathing and seeing what's in front of me, everything just slows down. It just makes me feel great before I run the play.
Just like Bijan, we all need a strong mental game on and off the field. Make a game plan for your mental health at loveyourmindplaybook.org.
Love your mind.
Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Foundation, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, and the Ad Council.
Elgin isn't just a city, it's a community built on connection, innovation, and opportunity. And at the heart of it all is the Elgin Chamber of Commerce. For over a century, the Elgin Chamber has helped local businesses grow, connecting entrepreneurs, advocating for progress, and inspiring the leaders of tomorrow. Whether you're a new business just starting out or an established company looking to expand, the Elgin Chamber is your partner for success. Join a powerful network of leaders making a difference in our community every day. Together, we're shaping the future of Elgin one connection at a time. Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce, where business and community grow together. Call now, 847-741-5660, or go to info@elginchamber.com. Contact Carol Gieske.
Growers, retailers, friends of the field, welcome back to Field Goals by UPL North America. Playing today is new Intrava DX herbicide, the game-changing pre-emergent weed control champion with up to 28 days of residual control and the first new active ingredient in corn in more than a decade. And its opponent, troublesome broadleaf weeds and grasses, including atrazine and HPPD-resistant weeds. And folks, it doesn't look good. Hit your field goals by contacting your UPL retailer today to see how you can score Intrava DX herbicide and other crop protection products with UPL Unlimited Financing. Always read and follow label directions.
Hey Bear fans, want your business heard during every heart-pounding moment of the game? WRMN 1410 is now offering in-game ad spots for Chicago Bears broadcasts. Be part of the action as thousands of die-hard listeners tune in each week. Whether it's a touchdown, a turnover, or a timeout, your message will be right there in the mix. Spots are limited and going fast. Call WRMN 1410 today and score big with in-game advertising that delivers results. WRMN 1410, where Chicago comes to play. Get in the game with the Chicago Bears and WRMN.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. That's 800-257-3148.
Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Building a house is hard, but have you tried removing one? Flood Brothers takes the mess out of demolition. With fast roll-off dumpster delivery, reliable debris pickup, and a family-owned team that takes service personally. Call 630-261-0400 or visit floodbrothersdisposal.com. Flood Brothers Disposal, proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
All right, guys, we are live. This is round two. we're gonna see how this goes. So my name is Jennifer Sanchez. You are listening and watching the Wise Coffee Chat show on WRMN 1410 on all the Wise Coffee Chat platforms and on Jennifer Sanchez platforms. Super excited to be here this morning with our special guest from the Hype magazine, and it's Mr. I don't want to say your government name. Avir, right?
What's going on, Jen? I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so happy you're here with us.
And the coffee is coffeeing, you guys. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks to the team to make the coffee. How do you like to drink your coffee before we go actually into the spiel?
I love my coffee with a little bit of caramel in it. I love to do oat milk. If I have my way, I would have the oat milk, a little bit of whipped cream or something like that. Sugar is okay, but I'm trying to do better with all of the sweets. So something natural, a little honey or something like that.
So you like caramel and honey.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? There's not a lot of people that put honey in their coffee, and I've done it.
Okay.
I've done the honey.
Works.
It's really good, actually.
You can do brown sugar if you're gonna do something like raw, like a natural
brown sugar.
Yeah.
I like honey because I feel like it's healthier.
Yeah, me too.
Right. So I like that you do that. So that's super cool that you like the caramel, you like the honey.
Yeah.
You're trying to stay away from sugar.
Yeah, because Starbucks been taking all my money.
Oh yeah, Starbucks does that.
So you just got to figure out a way to make it really good at home, or have the media team at Illinois Media School make your coffee, and then you'll be in there.
Yeah, I know. Thank you so much.
Yes.
I'm so glad that Marcel over there, he's the one that takes care of the
What
coffee.
about you? What's in your cup? How you do your coffee?
I just do black. I just do
That's
black
perfect.
coffee. And Marcel knows. He's like, black coffee, that's it. So we love it. Let us know if the audio sounds good, guys, for those that are watching and listening. I appreciate you guys. So let's go. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Okay, well, first I gotta say, I feel really special to be the first guest of the new year.
Oh, you are the first guest of the new year. Yes, you can say that. You can say that.
Yes. So those at home, my name is Avir. I've been in Chicago majority of my life, but I was actually born in Han, Germany, an Air Force brat.
I love
came
that.
to the States young, early on, 3 or 4 years old. We got back to the States. My mom is born in Chicago, but she was over there with my dad. And so when we got back, I immediately got involved in church and in ministry. So music, writing, leading worship, all of those different mediums. And it turned into me finding a love for putting together voices. And so I was putting together my own choirs and my own community groups. And I sang with the group here in Chicago, Joshua's Troop, and in Chicago Mass Youth Choir. And then I moved to the DMV.
Oh, okay.
DC.
What is that? DMV?
The DMV is I was about to say the North Coast. It's the East Coast, you guys. And so that's DC, which is the District of Columbia, okay, Maryland, and Virginia. So that's what the DMV stands for. Philadelphia, all of those areas is considered DMV.
So so if someone says, where are you from? Like, how do you typically introduce yourself? Now I'm curious, right?
I rep the crib. I'm from Chicago.
Oh, is that how you? That's how you always represent Chicago.
I was born in Germany, but I haven't had the chance to go back.
Okay.
I've been going back, and I'll be 37 next month. So
wow. Do you speak any German? Nothing. Yeah, no,
I don't even know. I don't even know. Yeah.
So you lived in Germany for how many years?
We were there for maybe 3 or 4 years.
Okay, so you were there. You were still baby. Yeah, but that's super cool.
So, yeah, I feel like, and then I got dual citizenship, so I do need to go back.
You do need to go back. Yeah,
so
you got dual citizenship. Yeah. That's awesome.
So then I moved to that DMV. Yeah, I'm just catching them up. DMV, I moved there and really started to get into the career aspect of music a little bit more because I had spent all that time in Chicago training while I was a teenager. Yeah. But then the DMV was my first time working like in an official capacity. Shout out to Little Mo, the Superwoman. She brought me on her team. At the time, it was called Honey Child Productions.
I remember. I remember Little Mo. Yeah. I remember. I was a teenager then, right?
Little Mo was with Cash Money. She's on a lot of our favorite songs, like with Missy Elliott and Lil Wayne and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And then we had the TV show R&B Divas, which if you guys remember that was on VH1.
We were talking. Okay, so I remember that season. I don't remember that show in particular. I'm gonna Google it, but I remember like at that time there was a lot of reality shows on VH1, and besides the Kardashians, which everyone still knows of that one, but then you have like the Flavor of Love. I used to love that, and the spin-offs of that. And I remember like it was like a girls one, and
so many shows back in that era.
In that era, that was the thing to do.
I kind of miss reality TV because I feel like we got to know a lot of these different stars and influencers. But I also would love for, it's a change where it's a little bit more about I call it edutainment. That's my word, because it's like education and entertainment. Docuseries are really good.
Oh my God,
so that we're not like
really
exploiting these people and just all up in their business. Like reality TV is good, but sometimes it kind of got a little messy, a little juicy.
Yeah, reality TV was great.
Yeah,
and I was hooked on it. Do you remember right now everyone loves the baddies? Like my daughter's generation,
they got some good moments on baddies.
But then you have, when I was younger and I used to watch the Bad Girls Club. That's what I feel like.
What about
oh my
Real
God.
World?
I don't remember. I remember Real World because I used to be a lifeguard in Humboldt Park, and I remember some of the old my ex coworkers would talk about the show, but like I never watched it.
That was when reality TV was.
That's when it started.
That was
That's when it started, right? Mm-hmm. So I love that. So you did that.
The R&B Diva show. We moved to LA. I'm with Little Mo. I'm with all of the legends. Like I got to work with Claudette from the group City High, and I got to work with Miss Chalet, and I got to work with Shantae Moore and Kelly Price.
Have you seen the documentary on Miss Chalet, or was it? I was like, yeah. Okay, keep going.
I didn't even know some of the history of her past, but I mean, what incredible voices! All the women of the R&B Diva show. That was like a really great experience. And then from there, I got to work with the Norwood Agency. For those that don't know, that's Brandy and Ray J's parents.
Okay.
They started the Norwood Agency.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Brandy's mom was her manager and still managed her, part of her team for a long time. So they have a talent agency, or had a talent agency way back in maybe 2013, 12 when I first moved to LA. So I was able to be a vocal producer for the family business, the part of the TV show and part of the app that they were doing. So shout out to Pops, which is Brandy and Ray J's dad.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Willie Norwood. And so that was like when I was really in LA. I had just moved there, and I'm out doing production, writing. Then I hear about this audition with Gladys Knight.
Okay.
The Empress of Soul. Y'all know Gladys
Knight.
Right?
Yeah.
So I wound up auditioning for her. I found out from a friend that she was looking for a new background singer for a 30 city tour with the OJs.
Okay.
I auditioned, long story short, I beat everybody there. I got the job. And not only did I do the 30 city tour, it turned into a 15-year career with her that's still going on today. Wow. So I'm actually Gladys Knight's protege. And I'm her adopted grandson. So I'm not the blood grandson, but y'all know what? Sometimes it's even better when they choose us.
When they choose
you know what I mean?
it's intentional.
It's intentional.
And it feels better when it's intentional, when you take on like they're your spiritual mom or your
Yeah.
mentor, your
Yes.
coach, and they choose you.
And
It's
that's
like a
what happened for
privilege.
me. That's what happened for me. And it's still happening. We just actually announced maybe 2 weeks ago the start of Empress of Soul Productions, which I'm one of the part owners of that company with Gladys Knight,
Very
the legendary
nice.
Empress of Soul. And so now, fast forward to my career at the Hype magazine as the executive director of media and culture. And I'm so excited to be here specifically because we're doing a lot in media. And what better place to be than the Illinois Media School? Because I live in
course.
Illinois.
You're
so
in
like,
Chicago.
you know
We
what I'm
got rep- yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So shout out to Miss Jen and for the whole staff here at Illinois Media School. I'm excited to meet the students today, talk more about what we
Yeah.
got going on at the Hype magazine, at Empress of Soul Productions, and at Avere Inc., which is my company. We are artists and brand management and development company specializing in strategic partnerships. Started this company about 5 years ago
Wow.
because I was able to work with the likes of Wanye Morris, which is the lead singer of Boyz II Men.
Oh,
And I was out
wow.
in Vegas with him starting in 2018 with the company entertainment, which is our brand. And I just started to see that, oh my God, guys, bring me into all of these spaces where I start as one thing, like a songwriter or a producer, but then it evolves into me becoming like an executive.
Yeah, so
That's crazy.
can you tell us a little bit about your role? Because I remember the Hype magazine as a teenager. I remember seeing it on the shelves,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what this role actually means. So you're the executive director of media and culture. What does that
Yes.
mean?
So it's a lot of innovation that I'm able to bring to the table and bringing resources and really providing uh, the leadership for our new programming. So
Okay.
that's all of the TV shows that we're doing, helping to decide who's going to be on some of these covers, what stories we're running, what strategic partnerships we'll have with artists and brands throughout the world, leading a lot of our deal acquisition, as well as bringing a lot of the new talent into the forefront and into the eyes and the homes of the viewers. So
Wow.
our hands are really full. We're building out our award ceremony and seasons. We got different workshops and stuff going on. We got the Hype Creators Camp.
Okay.
And we're doing activations in schools, pop-up shops. We've got influencers with brands, and it's just, oh my God, it's a beautiful space for us to just really push this narrative forward of community and providing the resources that I feel like are missing a lot of times in the conversation.
That's true. And where's the main office? It's out in
Main office is in Atlanta.
that's what I thought. I was
Yeah.
about to say, but like I don't want to say
But
something
we're
else.
really our founder and our owner, Dr. Jamila. She's based in the Midwest in Indianapolis, Indiana, and then I'm here as well. And Dr. Jerry, he's down in Atlanta. We've got teams all over the world, and I've just been in this role since October, and I'm able to like get on the Zoom calls and virtually and in person, physically meeting these teams all over the world. And it's a lot of great influencers and creatives all working together and building the community. So
That's great. And I'm sure being in those environments, your juices you're a creative, right?
Yeah.
You everything that you have done sounds amazing, right? How does it feel being in the role now? I mean, did you picture yourself in this role already, or was this something that kind of
this
like
is
just
a God dream. I never pictured myself in this particular role. In fact, when I first started to speak with Dr. Jamili about working with the magazine, it was in a much smaller capacity. It was going to be more so just music based because we actually have a music department within the magazine, a publishing department. So we were talking about doing our own like compilation projects and, doing a writing camp, and it evolved. And so, when we were talking about me coming to Hype, Dr. J said, I want you to pray about what you want to do with the magazine and let me know tomorrow. And so I went home and I prayed. I was like, okay. So I came to her. I was like, I want to do something in music. I'm going to be the music editor. And she was like, that ain't big enough. And she began to just speak back to me all of the things or some of the things that she's even seen me do over the last 5 years of our friendship. She was like, you do this, you good at that. She was like, I was thinking executive director of media culture, and my mouth dropped to the floor. I was like, oh my God, are you serious? And then I had to really sit there and remember all of the things that I had on my vision board when I was a young man. And a lot of those things have really come true.
Oh, I love. Okay. Let's. I love that you brought vision boards, right?
Get your vision boards.
So,
vision boards.
I've always been a big advocate of vision boards,
Mhm.
right? I've always done workshops on vision boards.
Yes, it's real manifestation.
Yeah, since 2018, right? I've
Mhm.
always put together workshops. Actually, my first event ever when I started doing like events for entrepreneurs and stuff was a workshop
Are
on
you
vision boards.
serious?
Yeah, at a coffee shop out in the Berwyn area.
See that full circle coffee shop, and we talking
Yeah,
about vision boards.
yeah. And I remember every time I made a vision board all my life, I've been making them since college at UIC,
Mm.
actually. I've always manifested or whatever. I mean, I'm a believer God brought it, right?
Yeah.
But you have to put it on writing. You have to put it down, right?
Can I quote a scripture?
Please,
It says,
please.
write the vision, make it plain.
Yes, and that's what you have to do. So tell us a little bit about this vision board that you created that you're like, oh, now it's
Yeah.
actually happening. I'm just curious because I know people are, I'm
It's
pretty
so
sure.
crazy because if you really think about what you wanted to be when you were a little kid, that may be tied to your purpose in the earth. And so for me, what I wanted to be when I was a little kid was a news reporter.
Oh,
And
look
so
at
me and my friends,
that.
we would fake like, now back to you, Bob. And, we'd have this whole
That
exchange.
sounded
and then,
good. The weather report.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, please know.
Yeah.
And we do all of these different takes of what media in our eyes as young kids was like. And so to now really be in that role, I've learned that I'm a great communicator. A part of like my purpose in the earth, I actually prayed and I said, God, what is my purpose? And it was to be a bridge, is
Mhm.
what the Lord told me. It wasn't music, it wasn't this, it was to be a bridge. And to me, bridging is connecting.
Bridging is a big deal.
It's about community, it's about connection, it's about impact, and it's about being able to utilize all of these different mediums to tell the story, your
Yeah.
story, other stories, the brand story. And so
Yeah.
for me, having that news reporter image on my vision board, and then 25 years later, me being the head of a
Wow.
news
And you did
company.
it 25 years ago.
Wow,
And
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
amazing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So write the vision, make it plain, and just believe in yourself.
I love
Believe
that.
strong and out loud without a doubt in your mind.
I love that. And I love that you're transparent with your faith, right?
Yes.
That's refreshing.
Thank you so much.
Very much so.
I feel like sometimes in media or in just the world, we try to choke the life out of that, but that's really the life of everything we do. That's the connecting piece.
Yeah, and you're so open about it and honest
Absolutely.
about it because there's people that try to hide it,
Yes.
or they're shunned for sharing it.
mhm.
Oh, like you can't share this in this
Yeah.
business environment,
Yeah.
But
And you don't
really-
gotta shove religion down people's throats
absolutely.
to speak about your own personal faith experience.
agree. Like it's not like you need to be this. No,
Right,
this
right,
is
right.
how I am and how I operate.
Yep.
And if you hear about Jesus or you hear about my faith, then
Yeah.
you're gonna hear it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Boldly.
Boldly,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love that. So that's actually really nice that you're doing that. I love the fact that you even just shared scripture right now.
Thank you so
know?
much for allowing me this platform to do that.
Yeah. So you're the Hype Magazine. Tell us a little bit more about your own company. You have your own company. You said you've been doing it for 5 years.
Avere Inc., Avere Incorporated, artist and brand management with a focus on strategic partnerships. We have our own writing division, which is called SOW. So Chicago is where it first started, and SOW stands for Society of Writers.
Oh, very nice.
And it's not just songwriters, but all different aspects of writing. So scripts and plays and, writing short films and writing jingles and all of the things. So that was a brainchild of that love way back when I was a kid doing poetry.
Okay.
The writing, the pen was the first thing that I ever was able to share my voice through. Was the pen,
writing.
That was the
Yeah.
first medium. And so Society of Writers has grown to expand to Atlanta. So we got Atlanta, SOW Atlanta.
Oh, very
We've got
nice.
a Society of Writers in Las Vegas and in LA.
Wow.
And so those are some of the workings that happen through Avere Inc., as well as we've got artists and artists that are signed to the company, writers, producers. We represent photographers. We represent creative like I want to say multi-hyphenate creatives,
Okay.
like one of your staff members here, Radio Shack. He's part of our Hype Haven. He's part of the Society of Writers. He's part of some of the things we have at Avere Inc. as well.
Oh, very
So
nice.
we are really doing strategic partnerships with different people within all of the different sides of the industry. It's not just one thing
Wow.
that we represent. We even got photographers and stylists and fashion people.
Well,
So it's really like a creative agency.
yeah, because media is just so, there's just so much to media.
Mhm.
It's not just like one area. Like,
Exactly.
it's funny because I reached out to someone. I was like, hey, you know, we're a school, you know, because I do the career services
Mhm.
also at the school, right? And I was like, hey,
Y'all better sign up and get some of that career
you know,
services.
get some career services, right? And I was just reaching out, you know, because one of the big things I do is I talk to a lot of people in media, and I connect students with media.
Yes.
And I'm reaching out, and I'm like, yeah, I work for this school, Illinois Media School. And they were like, well, we're in film. And I'm like, well, film is still media.
That's media.
It's still media because,
Yeah.
you know, media is all of the platforms,
Exactly.
right? Video, TV, radio,
Exactly.
movies. And I think it's so powerful when you can hit masses, you know. You know, a video can hit masses, a radio show can hit masses, you know, and you are the first to share a message, and you could share it with a lot of people
That's
at one
for
time.
real.
And that's powerful.
Absolutely.
So I don't think people don't realize the power behind being in media or working media.
And that's why it's so important to make sure that we're putting the right messages in front of the people.
Very much
with
so.
that much power, what are we doing with it?
There's a big responsibility with that power.
Absolutely, with that platform.
I don't know if you've ever experienced that, where you knew that there was such a responsibility to be behind a mic or in front of a camera. And, you know, I always felt that pressure. Like the moment you go out there, there's this pressure and this demand on people. And like, now you have to carry yourself literally, right?
You know, what you gonna do with it?
So how do you maneuver in that realm of, you know, holding that power with the mic and you know, just being the best you can be for others?
You know, I feel like you gotta be very transparent.
I love that.
And honest with yourself. And for me, it's easy because I just tap into Holy Spirit and it's a download. So like part of my prayer every morning is for God to order my steps.
Amen.
And when you ask that prayer, it's just literally moving yourself out of the way. And now you can be an instrument.
I love that.
The Holy Spirit is the greatest communicator. He gave us the gift. So now I can just like be like a satellite or an antenna. Like, what am I supposed to say today?
Yeah.
What messages? Who am I supposed to reach?
Yeah. Who am I going to talk to today?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's
And
the
then,
purpose?
Exactly. And then you just be authentic to that moment. Just like right now, we're just having a conversation. We don't even know each other, but I met you one time and I feel your energy, a beautiful spirit. Now I feel safe to just have a great conversation.
Yeah. And that's exactly, I even told you that. I was like, just something about your energy is very peaceful.
Thank you.
And I appreciate that. Because this year, my goal, I was going to make a live about it, but it's just, I'm peace. Like, I just want peace this year. Soft life. That's for me, you know, because I was like, I'm tired, you know?
And when you do that, I feel like you can just be, everything goes with flow.
Correct.
Sometimes we miss out on great experiences because we just overthink everything.
Yeah.
And it'll choke the life out of just an authentic, beautiful moment. So I go in like some might call it a blonde or airhead, because I'm like, I don't take myself too seriously. I just have fun, go in there and just be your organic self and let everything else fall in place.
I love that. And I love the story that I love the transparency. I love that you said being transparent and authentic.
Come on now. That's the only way to be now. Come on
and
now.
you know, you don't see that in the business realm. There's a lot of fake, you know, but you know,
but you got to have real people around you.
You got to have real people.
No, yes.
Agree. Yeah. Oh, and we'll talk more about that. So what we're going to do real quick is we're going to take a quick commercial break, but when we're right back, we'll be talking more with Avery here, talk about his story, talk about what he's doing and why he's doing it, and what are some future plans, right? What is coming? Because
I got some stuff to tell y'all, so y'all better come back after this commercial break.
Yeah, because you're talking about, you know, the writers camp, you're talking about what you're doing with people. So we'll be right back, you know, after this quick break, and definitely gonna keep talking because we
after
have
these messages. We'll be right back.
Yeah, and you know, what I love too, is I love the fact that you're also gonna share with us, just your experience. I want to keep dabbling in the
Yes.
faith and the business
Yes, let's
side.
do it. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
let's do that. So we'll definitely take a quick break and be right back.
And outrageous handled remarks. Whether you're talking about Big Brother, big business, big legal problems, or Big Macs, you'll rarely find Bill without an opinion. His rapid-fire commentary gives listeners the information they crave in the way they crave it. It's Handle on the Law, Sunday afternoons from 4 to 7 p.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
If you build a relationship, then it becomes easier. If you build trust, it becomes easier. As a parent, you want what's best for your child. To give them the love that a child needs. It's probably the best thing you can do for a teenager.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the Better Business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org. Finding a reputable business shouldn't require luck or chance. But how can you tell who you can trust? Pro tip, the BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. So think of the BBB as the better, check with the BBB first because better businesses are honest and commit to high ethical standards bureau. That's why they're better. Always look for the sign of a better business and find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Fitting in shouldn't be hard, whether in life, on the court, or in the classroom. At Elgin Community College, you could find your place alongside those expanding their horizons, exploring rewarding careers, and achieving their dreams. A place for doers, thinkers, and believers. At ECC, we see you, we believe in you, and you'll fit right in. Learn more at elgin.edu/belong.
Hey Bears fans, want your business heard during every heart-pounding moment of the game? WRMN 1410 is now offering in-game ad spots for Chicago Bears broadcasts. Be a part of the action as thousands of die-hard listeners tune in each week. Whether it's a touchdown, turnover, or a timeout, your message will be right there in the mix. Spots are limited and going fast. Call WRMN 1410 today at 847-741-7700 and score big with in-game advertising that delivers results. Get in the game with the Chicago Bears on WRMN AM 1410.
All right, we are back live on the Wise Coffee Chat Show with WRMN 1410 and all the Wise Coffee Chat platforms and Jennifer Sanchez. Let's make sure that we are live on the air, please.
Oh, yeah.
But super excited because we've been having a great conversation.
Yes.
If you are just tuning in, we have talked about how you started, that you are multicultural and multifaceted, right?
Thank you. Yeah.
I love the fact that you've been, essentially you lived all over. I mean,
Been living all over the place. My mom used to say, like, boy, you a gypsy. You one of them people just all over the place. But I
that's
feel like that was
awesome.
important for me to get all of that different culture, the different dialect, the different foods, the different flavors.
Very good.
Yeah.
Which makes sense why you are the executive director of media and culture.
Thank you.
You right?
Yeah.
Because you've experienced so many different cultures and places.
And as a creative, you gotta have some of that in you to create that music. You gotta have different experiences, and all of the different markets and different places have different cultural experiences.
I love that. And I kind of, and not that for me, I've visited places, but I've never lived in other places. I've been a straight diehard Chicago person.
Yes.
But I was raised in Albany Park.
Okay.
So if people know about Albany Park on the north side, it is such a diverse neighborhood. melting pot. So I was raised with Cambodians, Vietnamese, every Latino race you could
y'all
think
was
of.
eating good over there in Albany Park.
And we were Arabic, black, white, everything. All my friends were different colors, right? So I had friends of every nationality. So I can kind of relate with that, you get to experience so many different people, and you can bring that and bring that to your career.
That's right.
Right.
That's
so I love that. So you're the executive director, you have your own business. What's in store? What's to come for you? What are you working on that maybe we can learn a little bit about here on the air?
Oh, wow. So there's so much happening, so much going on. I'm really excited about this coming month. Well, this first quarter, the year is off to like
it's just the
oh
start.
my God.
Yeah,
Today's just like the top of the year, and we're already moving.
What
and
day are we
grooving.
on? 7th, right?
Just never know.
7 days in.
7, but we never know because when this airs, it's gonna be a different day, right?
Yeah, that's so true.
But we're moving and grooving. So this month in January, we've got NAM going with those who don't know about NAM. NAMM. It's a trade show, one of the largest music tech trade shows in the world. It's going on in Anaheim, the 20th through the 25th of this month. So I'm going to be out there with Juicy Ears, which is an in-ear company. I'm one of the artist relations managers there.
That's so cool.
And so I'll be at the trade show with that. And then Grammys is coming up on the 1st of February. So the week leading up to Grammys, it's a lot of different events going on.
Wow.
My birthday is next month. We'll be celebrating in Las
When's
Vegas.
your birthday?
My birthday's on February 24th.
Oh,
so I'm a Pisces, February Pisces. Me and Rihanna just 2 days apart. That's my girl. And so I'm going to be out in Las Vegas celebrating with the R&B Live podcast. Make sure y'all visit rnblivepodcast.com. I'm part of the show. I'm actually the lead host of that show. So we film in Las Vegas, and we're going into our 6th season.
So for your birthday, you're going to be filming.
I'm going to be filming the 20th and the 21st of February for the R&B Live podcast 6th season. Then on the 23rd, we're doing the first ever The Hype R&B Live session, which is the R&B Live podcast and the Hype magazine basically had a baby. That's me. I'm the baby. But I brought those two brands together, and we're merging to do our first ever live recording Hype session.
Oh, wow.
In Las Vegas at Backstage Bar and Billards, which is a really incredible music venue downtown Las Vegas. And get your tickets because the tickets are on sale, and you can look in my bio or in the bio of the podcast for that information.
Oh, wow.
And then it's just a lot of different activations and all kind of stuff. I'm doing I'm going to be out in New York for New York Fashion Week, which is happening February 11th through the 16th.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to be at every other event doing the news because we the news. So Hype Magazine, just tune into the Hype Magazine.
You're going to be your coverage.
Covering the news. And then I'm a creative artist. I'll be performing in different things like the Black Boy Art Show. Shout out to Black Boy Art Show and Black Girl Art Show, which is a touring art show, one of the biggest ones in the world.
Okay.
And I'll be performing in different cities with them this year.
I love that.
And then, I'll be here at the Illinois Media School working with the students.
Yes, that's
and
exciting.
Working with Jen.
Yeah, that's super exciting.
Our career advisor. So I'm really excited. I'm just ready to get to work. My boots is on the ground. Jen.
Yeah, I mean, and the beginning of the year, go off, start with a high note, right?
That's right.
That's exciting.
And I'm a part of a company called Shack Media Group.
Okay.
Which all things media. So sometimes when Radio Shack, which is part of the Illinois Media team's faculty and staff, he's got his own brand, and he'll hire me to come out freelance and do some camera work with him because he's over at Power 92 or one of the other stations of Crawford Broadcast and Crawford Media Group, because I was at their company last night, and it was a great celebration. 25 years of the business, celebrate DJ his life, and just a beautiful it's happening all over the city. So it's not just with the Hype Magazine, it's with Illinois Media Team, it's with Crawford Media Group, it's with all of the we just got to have more community and more conversations like this.
Yeah, and bring people together.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Having those opportunities, because I wasn't aware of some of these things.
Yeah.
Now I'm becoming aware. Right.
We need
And
a community
yeah.
calendar, y'all. We need a forum or something in Chicago.
Well, does the Hype magazine do any public, I don't want to say public service announcements, but put up nonprofit stuff, like promote stuff?
Absolutely, all the time. We have alliances all over the world with brands and organizations and 501c3s and universities and churches and all kind of things. However, we can spread the message of the people doing incredible work in the community. We're here to amplify your voice.
Well, I'm launching a book in May, right? May
We're gonna have to do a
1st.
book tour, baby.
So I'm launching a book. I have
Congratulations.
thank you. It's an anthology. I'm sharing women's testimonies, right?
We're gonna have to
So we're gonna talk. We're gonna
Oh,
talk, and then I'm putting a women's conference. I haven't put a women's conference together since 2022.
Okay.
So it's been 4 years. So I'm putting a women's conference together, and
Well, you got the support of the Hype magazine.
there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate
first.
that. Yeah. So you guys heard it. Super excited. I mean, I love that you guys are doing all this stuff. And then Hype Magazine's doing all this stuff. What about you in your personal life? What's going on with you in
Personal life, I'm a father. I got 3 beautiful girls. I love y'all. Y'all bad, but y'all good. You know what I mean? But my kids is good kids. They got good grades and stuff. They be just a little smart mouth. Don't do that. Okay?
They're all girls, right?
No,
I
I'm just
remember
playing.
you have little
They're
girls.
all beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
21, 17, and 15.
Oh wow.
Jeez, right?
Yeah. I was like, wow.
And they're a group of artists themselves, so I'm
Really?
developing them because it's got to start at home.
Of course.
My girls, they all sing. So that's the first job in my first ministry is the girls.
Oh, I love that.
And then I also work in ministry with my sister Amethyst over at a church out in Harvey.
Okay.
Just serving in ministry, just keeping my hands, in the community however I can. We're building the first ever, the Hype Choir.
Okay.
Which our name is THC, the Hype Choir.
Okay.
But it ain't what you see there. You see what y'all thought it was? No, I'm just playing. But
No, I
THC
knew
is
it.
the Hype Choir. And it's just bringing, that whole community, the voices. Is one thing about having one voice, but if you could put 15 powerful voices together and have a great message of love and unity, that's what we're doing. Kind of like the Sounds of Blackness. It's a group that I grew up on. But so we got that. We're building our own fashion show. So we got models and stuff coming into the.
Very nice.
Yeah, we're working with a lot of athletes and stuff, telling their stories. We got a guy that's in the NBA part of the Hype Haven, and it's just a lot of community-driven things going on. My personal life is all community. I feel like even with my personal life, I just want to be with the community. I'm like, bring everybody. I don't know, make it a family reunion.
Yeah, but that's really special because I don't know. I love community. I love building community. I love being around different communities. That's it. I think it takes a special person to do things like that because not everyone has that knack.
That's right.
Right. And to be able to be that person that kind of brings everyone together, that's a special gift.
Amen.
And people think like, oh yeah, it's so easy. Put a group together, get a bunch of people together. No, I mean,
we're curating experiences.
Yes, you created
and
experiences.
You gotta know which energies fit good and mesh good because everything that's good might not be good at the same time or good for the everybody. So I think that being sensitive to energy, you gotta move out of your own way and kind of see things in the spirit to know how to mix those different things together. That's curation.
And finding, I would add on like knowing who has what skill set.
That's right.
And taking advantage of their strengths.
That's it.
Right? Because sometimes you want to fit someone in this box and they totally don't even fit there.
That's
and like, okay, you're really good over here. Go over there.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of like what I do with these guys here.
Seeing the hidden talents in them as well and bringing those things, cultivating those and nourishing those.
Yeah, that's a gift. That's a gift. And I think for me, and I feel like you're similar, leaders create leaders.
That's right.
Right.
And iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, iron sharpens iron. That's scripture, right? But I know that for me, when I'm out in the community, I'm working with anybody, my goal is, hey, I want them to become a leader. So I have to be a leader so that they can be leaders. And I think a true leader understands that,
It takes accountability. It takes having conversations, sometimes even with our team, with the whole iron sharpening iron piece. You may be in an uncomfortable conversation where, we're challenging each other to grow.
And
those growing
sometimes is rough.
pains is kind of rough, but it's all in love. And I think when you can do it with respect and love and honesty and hold each other accountable to a high standard, it just challenges us all to push it up to a higher level.
Yes. And I think that in itself, because people might take that really personal, right? When you try to correct someone or try to be like, hey,
Tough love.
you know, be a little tough on them. But there's a way to do it where it'll help them grow if you mean well, right? If you mean
Be
well.
tactful and do it with love and intention. And I think if everybody comes with no egos to that type of environment, you only can go up. You only can evolve. You only can elevate.
Honestly, you can't have an ego.
You can't.
If you have an ego, you're going to be in your own way. I feel like in any part of your career or in life.
Yes.
I've learned that you got to just sometimes it was funny yesterday someone said something. I was like, I don't get offended.
Right,
I don't get offended. Like you could say whatever. It doesn't offend me. Might it hurt? Sure. But offense to get upset and get all riled up, that's rare. Right.
Well, because you being secure in knowing who and whose you are will keep a lot of that away.
Oh, can you talk a little bit more about that?
I feel that, having an anchor, which my anchor is Jesus. And then so I know whose I am. I belong to Holy Spirit. And he's called me to the earth with purpose. So I know who I am. So nobody's opinion of me can necessarily offend me. What I will do is I'll reflect and see where I can grow. And usually I'm doing that every day. So if someone has something to say, I've probably already seen it myself, so it could be confirmation. And I'd be like, wow, okay, let me go ahead and tighten it up.
Yeah.
I think if you just look at that life like that from that lens, you're just only competing with yourself to be a better version of yourself every day.
I love that. That's great advice. And I think sitting with those emotions, I love the fact you say you reflect every day. It takes a lot of awareness to even sit there and let me reflect on this, right? Sitting with those feelings, even if they're uncomfortable and they hurt or whatever, it helps you realize, okay, like you said, what can I work?
Yeah.
What can make me better? What can I learn from the situation?
Right. And it's so cool to be able to jump into scripture and refer back to, and then it applies to life, because the Bible says if God be for us, who can be against us? So that means you're already validated by Holy Spirit, right? So the only thing you do, and then through his love, he allowed us to have brand new mercies every day. So every day that I'm here, I have another opportunity to get it right, another opportunity to become a better version of myself. So through that reflection, I'm already validated. I already belong here. So every day is just another chance to tune it up, get a little better, get it because I'm already in the room. So there's no imposter syndrome. I already know that I'm more than enough. So all I can do is just refine myself every day. And that's where the reflection comes in.
I love that you talked about the imposter syndrome. Can you elaborate a little bit more on what that is?
Imposter syndrome is when you're already in the room and that little voice in your head is like, you don't belong in this room. Why are you here? What made them choose you? And that's usually our own insecurity or maybe past trauma or experiences that we probably were mishandled, and we were in rooms that didn't affirm us or that didn't pour into us. And so now we've got this thing in our head that makes us feel like that's the truth of the matter, but it couldn't be more far from the truth. The truth is you're already in the room, so God already ordained you to be in the room, and he's already predestined you to be there. Now you just got to stand and sit in confidence and with the grace of knowing he called and chose you to be there. And now you can just move and flow.
Wow. And that's amazing when you get, I got goose pimples right now. I got goose pimples right now. I love the fact that you're talking about this. And I really appreciate you even coming out and sharing this.
I'm so honored to be here.
Yeah. And speaking with the students, right? Pouring into the students and kind of just guiding them. What's your biggest advice that you would give to someone that's trying to just start off in their career, start off in media? Like, what would be one of your biggest tips?
My biggest advice for anyone starting in media, or my biggest tip would be to just create. Just to start creating.
Okay.
Don't overthink it. Write a list of, what your goal is with media. Figure out what the medium is to start with. And what I mean by that is, like we just said earlier, Ms. Jen, there's so many different areas of media. You got television and film, you got music, you could do sports, you could do a podcast, you could do this, that, you could write a song. So figure out the starting point. For me, the starting point was songwriting.
Yeah.
And then it turned into production.
Yeah.
And then the production turned into, producing live events.
Yeah.
And now I'm managing artists and brands, and now I'm at this executive. But it had to start somewhere. Sometimes we oversaturate ourselves, or we're doing so much where we don't have a focus.
Yeah.
And so we could be overwhelmed with like the idea of like the world of media, like where do I go? So just write a list of what you're good at, what the goal is. I want to do my own TV show. I want to start a movie. And then just start baby steps and start creating.
Yeah.
Maybe you have a conversation with a friend like this and somebody film it, and that could be evolve into its own show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think the truth is you just got to start with you and that camera, you and that recorder.
Just record, just
and
start.
it'll evolve.
Just start creating. I like that because, and someone actually commented, Carlos. Hey, Carlos, shout out to Carlos. He put, "Yep, I suffered from that for a while, the imposter syndrome." Right? It's really common. I think a lot of us are like, "Why am I here? What value do I have to bring to this table?"
Start your morning with daily affirmations.
Yes, I love affirmations and the I ams. I'm a big like I am person, right? I actually interviewed one woman one time, and she said, "Flip it." So, like if you say like, I am rich, let's just say, right? She said sometimes our brain will still find negatives in that to counter that. So say rich I am. Wealthy I am, smart I am. Like you're kind of saying smart I am. Like it's just a fact. Like, so I thought, oh, it's kind of Jedi it, right? Like Star Wars Jedi it, right? So but
Sam I am.
Sam,
eggs and ham. I love that.
Whatever makes sense. But I love the affirmations because sometimes we have to just believe. Right? Yeah.
The power of belief.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It's a superpower.
It is a superpower.
To just believe in you. That's more than enough. That'll super beam you up to where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, because there's going to be people that don't believe in us at all. Yeah. And you have to be strong enough to be like, I believe in myself, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that you said pick one thing and kind of start just adding into it, in which I feel like even in my own personal career, that's kind of how I crafted everything, right? Like I started just doing one thing, right? One podcast, one show, kept going. That added on to this event, this networking event, this group. Then I started, it'll grow. It just organically. And it doesn't feel like people tell me all the time, because you're so busy. How do you do it all?
Yeah.
Why do you have so many things on your plate?
I think you just hit it on the head. Oh my God. Because people ask me that too. Like, how are you doing all of this? I'm like, well, it don't feel like I'm doing all that because there's roots there and there's foundation there.
Well, that's a good one.
Years.
That's good.
So a tree got a lot of branches, right?
Yeah.
But the tree ain't doing too much because it could be sustained because there's foundation and roots there.
Yeah.
You don't see all of the stuff going under the ground.
You don't. And the tree's been there for 100. Usually those big trees been there 100 plus years.
And they're interconnected underneath the surface.
That's a good point, right? I love that because then it makes you think. Spiritual. Yeah, it makes you think like, okay, like I have this part of my life. I have this part of my life. And like you said, people will be like, how do you do it all? No, it doesn't feel like it's forced.
Dream girls, we are a family, like a giant tree.
I love that. I love that.
Reaching out toward the sky.
Yeah, I love that. This is a good conversation. And I feel like anyone has any questions, feel free to chime in and write it. Because
y'all got to check in with us online on social media. Follow us on.
That's a great. Where do they follow you? Yeah, how do they follow you?
You can visit me anywhere on social media under Avere, at Avere, AVEHRE, or visit my website at www.avereinc.com, avereinc.com, or visit www.thehypemagazine.com.
Yeah, and that's great. So I love that. That's how people can reach out to you, and if they want to learn more about the Hype Magazine
or the Creators Camp or any of our.
Tell us a little bit about the Creators Camp. I've heard Shaq talk about this before.
Hype Creators Camp is a beautiful vehicle
If you have been charged with driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs in Cook County, DuPage County, or Lake County, Illinois, call the law office of Mark Sheblow at 773-7